Hi Natalie, just a video for explanation uh, with to accompany the drawings. I'll start with the site plan. Same elements: the tower element, the concourse element, connecting the Peace Bridge to the lower station precinct area, with the use of canopies oversealing the Peace Bridge, canopies oversealing the trains, platform and precinct, and a canopy oversealing the small marina for the river taxi, trying to basically have my building as an interconnecting link to all these various elements. This curve is the natural contour in the land. I'm thinking of maybe introducing terrace, this slope. I had initially talked about a ramp from this point right up to here, but I think the ground naturally is at a higher level at that point there, so I might only need a ramp from this point to the bridge link from the Peace Bridge to my building. Moving on to these images, which are not annotated. This is the Snowhead Opera House project, showing raw concrete meeting the river. It's the social element, that strong connection between the project and the river, or people on the river, that I'm trying to incorporate into my scheme. This image was of the Titanic Museum, which I visited. Especially liked the glazing, etched glazing. It serves a number of purposes. It can provide privacy, continuity with the rest of the glazing. It has got logos that are appropriate to the scheme. Also like the moat. I was trying to get that incorporated in some way, trying to provide my building as an island. And I was trying to introduce the etched glazing along the concourse, just a rhythm of glazing, providing privacy and providing logos, information appropriate to this scheme based in or railway scheme in Derry. The other imagery that I particularly liked this scheme. It was a refurbishment of a concourse in Sunderland University, where the student is sitting on the structure, and I'm trying to provide maybe trying to incorporate that element into my scheme at the base of structural elements, and possibly a curb upstand along the base of the glazing, so that people could sit on as they look out to the river. This is the Rotterdam train station, which has got a glazed roof. They have got photovoltaics incorporated into the structural beams there, which throws a nice shadow dappled light down onto the platforms. The platforms themselves are not an industrial area. They're quite a nice area to sit in under. I'm thinking of that sort of atmosphere to my canopy, which then projects out over into the precinct. And the canopy can be a sheltered area for the precinct and exhibitions for the design gallery, a spill out space for the design gallery. This is Norman Foster's escalators at Canary Wharf underground. Again, I'm trying to incorporate, not as dramatic by any means, but in this area here, where my feature stairs and lift are coming up from the underground platform, where I could provide the glazing will come over, and as you're coming up the stairs, you're going to have that slot of light and sky above your head, dragging you from the lower, dimmer levels up to the platform river level. This element is, we had talked about looking at this very pointed element that I had, and in my precedent studies I was looking at how O'Donnell and Shumey handled their tower, or the Glucksmann's Gallery, and basically they identified their views and then set the glazing at right angles to the views. I've tried to incorporate that much more so in the profile on plan, at that wraparound element to the tower. That's something which I maybe have to look at via model how best I can capture the views that I want. And moving on to this image, I have that image there. I was going to overlay that. It's a modern train, just showing the type of folded metal profiles that I'm trying to incorporate into my building. Again, the Snowhetta project, they use a lot of timber. Timber has, I'm thinking of doing the same thing on my sections to the terraces within the concourse, and these rounded forms to between the roof lights and the underside of the ceiling as a whole. The timber also is a nice pale palette onto which shadow can play as well. Again, the Snowhetta project. This was another Snowhetta project, and I was trying to get that atmosphere into my scheme with my planar glazing coming down to a social area in and around my structure, running along with my free area of the railway concourse with my etched glass to the right hand side, accessing shops and the restaurant with my timbered terraces above. And this was the Sean Casey precedent that I looked at in terms of the tower element that they introduced into an otherwise low-rise part of Dublin. It's a landscape or a landmark within the city landscape. And that's what I was trying to achieve in my scheme. Also, the importance of how the tower looks from the ground has been addressed very successfully by O'Donnell and Shimmy and that is one of the things I had been